5 oras in New Delhi. This is CNN.
It is 6 a.m. in Hong Kong, where police have just charged a British banker following the brutal murder of 2 women.
Yeah, and it is 10 p.m. in Burkina Faso, where the president has stepped down, but it's unclear who is really running the country.
And 2 in the afternoon in the Mojave Desert, where investigators are combing a massive debris field to find out what made a spaceship disintegrate in mid-flight. Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to you. I'm Amara Walker.
And I'm Michael Holmes, and this is CNN Today.
Good morning or good evening, wherever you are in the world, and hello to you too,
hello
Michael.
Hello to you. The new show begins.
Exciting.
CNN Today. Thanks for being with us on this first edition of CNN Today. We've got a lot of news to get through in the next couple of hours, but we've got to begin with that shocking double murder in Hong Kong.
Yeah, Hong Kong police have now charged a 29-year-old British man for the murder of 2 women. Their bodies found at a luxury high-rise in the city's popular nightlife district of Wan Chai. One woman was found inside an apartment.
Yeah, and the other one was stuffed inside a suitcase out on the balcony. Let's head straight out to Hong Kong. Manisha Tank is there with the latest. Manisha, a suspect in custody. What can you tell us about him and how he was caught?
Well, I can tell you that he's going to be attending the Eastern District Magistrates Court today. He's currently with police in custody, Michael, on a holding charge.
And coming up, a North Korean defector's claims of human rights abuse.
Yeah, hear from the former prison guard and one man working to free North Koreans from labour camps. That's when we come back.
I'm Robin Kerno, and this is CNN.
It is 8 a.m. in Hong Kong, where a British banker is facing murder charges following the brutal killings of 2 women.
And midnight in Burkina Faso, where tensions are running high after the collapse of the government.
And 4 in the afternoon on America's West Coast, where we're learning new details about the pilot who died Friday in that spaceplane disaster over the Mojave Desert.
Glad to have you all with us. I'm Amara Walker.
And I'm Michael Holmes, and this is CNN Today.
Hello, and we begin in Hong Kong, where a British banker is set to appear in court after being charged with the grisly murder of 2 young women.
It is a rare, unusual case in a city that has a very low homicide.
Yeah, the debris is spread out over some 8 kilometers of the desert. And earlier, we asked you if you could, would you switch places with the hundreds of people who have already bought tickets for future space flights? And I think they cost, what, $250,000?
Yeah, that's a lot of money. But the interesting thing is, since this disaster, and we were saying this earlier, more people have bought tickets to it. Let's give you a couple of tweets now. Alice telling us, no, I would not like to go to space. Huge cost for a very long flight, no beach or fun at the end.
That's a good point. Yeah. And Robin Adams, ZA, says this, however, I'd absolutely fly in a spacecraft. It'll be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Keep the conversation going. Yeah. We're at Amara Holmes and at Holmes CNN. You're with him? I'm not with him. I'm with the first
one.
Yeah,
Alice, no. I'd be all over that.
Yeah, you would?
I would.
Adventurous Michael, not me.
Probably the last thing I'd do. Hey, thanks very much for our first couple and a half hours of CNN Today. Yes. Enjoyed that.
I sure did too. I'm Amara Walker.
I'm Michael Holmes. Be back with a check of the headlines for you. Don't forget, more CNN Today tomorrow.
This is CNN.
Hello and welcome back to CNN Today. I'm Amara Walker.
And I'm Michael Holmes. Let's update you now on the top stories. And let's begin with Mexico. Authorities there saying that they have arrested a top target in the case of those 43 missing college students.
The mayor of Iguala and his wife were taken into custody after being found at a rental home. They've been fugitive fugitives since the massive abduction of the students on September 26th.
Burkina Faso's military leader says he's going to turn over power to a transitional civilian government. His name is Lieutenant Colonel Isaac Zida, and this promise coming a day after African Union officials urged just such a move and a day before regional leaders arrived in that West African country.
The military appointed Zida as head of state after the president stepped down in response to the widespread unrest and protests. Well, in eastern Ukraine, pro-Russian separatists have sworn in Alexander Zakharchenko as the prime minister of the self-declared Donetsk People's Republic.
Yeah, he claimed victory after that separatist election on Sunday, a very controversial poll and one that Kiev calls illegitimate and a farce. It was also rejected by Washington and other Western nations.
And recognized by Russia. Sounds quite familiar, right?
Only Russia, yeah.
Well, it is election day in the United States, and some polls have already begun closing. Millions of voters are casting ballots in congressional races and various state races throughout the country.
And it appears that Republicans are going to likely maintain their majority or even increase it in the House of Representatives and crucially pick up 6 more seats in the Senate, which would give them control basically of Capitol Hill.
Both chambers,
yeah, both chambers.
Well, although the U.S. president, he's not on the ballot. And the entire interview airs on Amanpour Thursday at 6 p.m. in Hong Kong time.
Yep,
only here on CNN.
It's going to be the whole show, actually, I think, if my sources are correct. All right, thanks so much for joining us on CNN today.
Wait, before we go, I have to ask you something.
What?
Are you going to stop punching yourself now that the ads are over?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
because I think there's been some concern there out in the Twitterverse.
No more self-violence required now that the election's done for now. We'll do it again in a couple of years.
All right, you can find us online on Facebook and on Twitter at CNN.
At home CNN. Now you can join our midterm election coverage now on our sister network, CNN US.
Today we have made history.
Here tonight who the winners really are, and that's the American people.
Let's come together. We know what the issues are. Let's solve them.
We will never let you down. God bless you, and God bless our country.
This is CNN.
Hello everyone, it is 11 p.m. in Berlin, where Germans still celebrating 25 years of unity after the fall of the Berlin Wall.
And 2 in the afternoon on America's West Coast, where Kenneth Bay is enjoying his first full day of freedom in more than 2 years after being released by North Korea.
And it is 6 a.m. in Beijing, where security is tight and leaders from around the globe are going to be touching down for the Apex Summit. Hello everyone, I'm Michael Holmes.
And I'm Amara Walker, and this is CNN Today. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good day, wherever you are in the world. Thanks so much for being with us.
Plenty to get through in the next couple of hours. Good to have your company. Now with music, art, silence and light, a celebration in Berlin, recalling a moment of liberation.
Yeah, it is the fall of the Berlin Wall's 25th anniversary.
Next to the Brandenburg Gate, which we got up and did a piece to camera on. And yeah, just the most extraordinary experience. I'll never forget that. Biggest story I've ever covered, which I've been saying because of what it led to. You, however...
I know, I was teasing it like, where have we been? Well, I really wasn't anywhere. I must have been, I don't know how old I was.
Your mum was
in grade
packing lunches
school,
for school.
I think she was tucking me into bed. But I was born many years before that.
I know this is where you start to feel old. And Alison, who helps us out just off camera there, wasn't born. And it's just like born. She wasn't born. She was born 2 months later.
It's okay. You were like 5 years old when you were covering the wall. So
I was a very mature 5-year-old out there on assignment. Yeah. Got my pieces of the Berlin Wall at home. It was an extraordinary experience and an honour to be there.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Well, thank you all for your responses and thank you so much for watching. I'm Amara Walker.
I'm Michael Holmes. Yeah, thanks for your company today. World Sport is coming up. Also the headline stories after a short break.